Get some, old son, let's get it. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the moto vlog, and welcome to another ride with me, myself, and I. So I've been talking to a lot of new riders recently, and they've been talking about how they're learning to ride and just their riding journey, which brings me to a kind of a thought, which is that, you know, over time riding motorcycles becomes a little bit more second nature. So I thought that just for today I would kind of go over some of the things that, you know, as you become a more skilled or more veteran rider, you just kind of stop thinking about. So we'll just kind of talk you through like what's going on in my mind as I'm riding. Stand up, sit down, and yeah, just kind of like walk you through that as we go on a little cruise around the neighborhood. Okay, we'll start now. Ooh, car coming. Okay, let go of the clutch, apply the throttle, leaning, shifting with your feet, click up, lean into the turn, pushing on the lower handlebar, kind of counter steering. Again, pushing on my left hand now as I steer to the left, keeping the bike upright, clicking up into third gear, applying the throttle. And off we go. Okay, so here's a bird. What are they gonna do? Oh, okay, so they did get out of the way. Put on the blinker because we're gonna go right. We're gonna go right here. Downshifting, rev matching, coming to a stop again. It's actually hard for me to talk this stuff through because it just kind of happens. Pulling in the clutch, coming to a stop, rear brake and then front brake, looking both ways, going away, slowly letting the clutch out, finding that biting point, twisting the throttle, clutch in, click up into second gear, applying the throttle again almost immediately. Guys, all of this stuff happens within about 2 seconds of each other. Not even 2 seconds, maybe a half a second. Coming to a stop, rear brake, clutch in, click down into first gear. Can't see here, gonna move forward a little bit. Nobody coming, letting the clutch out, finding that biting point, and off we go. Oh, clicking up into second gear again. Didn't say that, but y'all saw it, I hope. I leave my blinker on all the time. That's one of my worst habits, so go ahead and click that blinker off, cancel the blinker, leaning into the turn, pushing down on my right hand because I'm turning right, applying the throttle as we come out of the turn, and off we go. I'm still in second gear here, guys. We're at about 2,600 RPM. This bike tops out at 7,000. Bikes are meant to be shifted kind of high. Okay, we're coming to a stop here. It looks like this person's turning into Capital City, applying the rear brake, clutch in, click down into first gear. We're going slow enough to where we don't really need to rev match. Letting the clutch out, applying the throttle, leaning into the turn, accelerating out of the turn. Don't know what this golf cart's doing right here. Clutch in, click up into second gear, let the clutch out, barely cracking the throttle there. Guys, I'm on a 900, so really, here, let's see if we can replicate it right now. Blinker on, turning to the right. I'm in first gear. I can get going without even touching the throttle, just letting the clutch out and letting the bike do the work. Blinker off, clutch in, click up into second gear, throttle, clutch out. Watching these potholes in the road. The road is like a freaking circus here in Atlanta. Watching the potholes, clutch in third gear. Off we go. Off to the races. Okay, so I can see that a stop sign's coming up here. There's a little bit of gravel in the road, so just kind of being careful. Stop sign, clutch in, second gear, blip the throttle, little blippy blip, coming to a stop. Rear brake, front brake, clutch in, click into first gear, come to a stop, put your feet down. Somebody behind me, so not dawdle in here. Clutch out. Have a little fun, clutch in, second gear. Okay, I want to go left here, so I'm going to go ahead and put on the blinker. Looking to see if there's any cars, clutch in, first gear, letting the clutch out real slowly, barely applying that throttle. Cancel that blinker, Clutch in, second gear, roll onto the throttle. Watching our speed, our RPMs, we're now at 3,700 RPM. Probably should have clicked up into third gear there. Come into a stop. Again, we're in second gear. No need to downshift. Clutch in, rear brake, then the front brake. Okay, so here there's a big dip in the road. So letting the clutch out slowly, another big one. So clutch in, roll up to it smoothly, bump up, find that friction point, let the clutch out, throttle on. Clutch in second gear. Clutch in third gear. Okay, here's cars coming. You never can know, or you never really know what's coming up over the top of hills, so again, ride kind of slow. People here want to be respectful. I'm turning here, but it's kind of just a veer, but I am turning at the bottom of the hill. Clutch in, second gear, blip the throttle. I like rev matching. All you're doing is matching the engine speed to your road speed. Could have shifted into first there. This bike has quite a bit of torque, so you don't really need to. Canceling that blinker, don't want to confuse people, and off we go. A little bit more throttle coming up the hill. Putting on our blinker again. Still in second gear, so not really a need to downshift. Clutch in and shifting into first gear. Now, I know this turn, I know that I can't see over it very well, so I'm going to watch cars coming up over the top, because on a bike, you can't really see quite as much, you're much smaller. I don't see any cars, so clutch out, find the friction zone, and as I let it out, roll on the throttle. Click into second gear with the clutch out. Get some, old son, let's get it! What is that? Now guys, we were kind of braking down the hill there, and all I did was slowly just let off the throttle and use the engine as a brake to get some or slow down a little bit. On cars that don't have a not a clutch pack, I don't know what the correct word for it is right now. I can't think. I've been working all day. If you have a manual, it's gonna immediately slow down when you let off the gas. So here we're in third gear. I'm at 3,200 RPMs. I know that that's lower for some bikes, but for this bike it's plenty. So clutch in, click up into fourth gear, let the clutch out, roll back on the throttle just slightly. I can see a turn coming here, so I'm immediately covering the rear brake because I can't see over. Covering the clutch just in case I need to slow down quickly. And as I come up to the turn, right here, I'm kind of bracing myself on my right hand, turning in, pushing down a little bit, and then rolling on the throttle as we come out of that turn. So we're going about 45. It's a good speed for this road. Just having fun with it. I don't know what that guy's doing, so I was clever in my clutch there just in case he was about to turn left out in front of me. Up the hill we go. Green light, but this guy just pulled out, so I'm immediately clutching in, clicking down into third, rev matching, and then rolling on the throttle. Okay, so he's up to speed now. Clutch in, click up into fourth gear. Something just hit my windscreen, but that's okay. I know that this is a downhill turn, so I'm kind of letting off the throttle, counter steering. And guys, as I'm going through here, I'm trying not to ride in the middle of the lane because that's where oil collects. So I'm riding on either the right or the left and only really switching to the other side of the lane when I'm upright and centered, see? So now I'm on the left side of the lane. Again, in fourth gear, just kind of barely throttling out of these turns, staying on the sides as much as possible. Throttling out here. Now here everybody comes to a stop. I'm gonna turn right, so blinker on, click down into third, rev match, little blippy blip. Y'all can hear it. Clutch in as I'm going through here, make sure nobody's coming. Clutch out, slowly rolling on the throttle. Getting some, just having a little fun around this joint. And off we go, just like that. Blinker. My blinkers, again, I told you guys I'm bad at this. Going around this turn, it's kind of hard to stay out of the middle there. And off we go. Again, I'm just going on a short little ride. How y'all doing? Y'all doing well? Drop it in the comments below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what your favorite ride is. Are you at a point in your motorcycle journey where you don't really think about this sort of thing anymore? So people are coming to a stop up here, covering my brake, pushing on the rear, clutch in, click down, going slow enough up this hill where I'm not really having to downshift. Again, managing the clutch here, not really letting it out the full way, just kind of finding that friction zone. Coming to a full stop, feet down, apply a little throttle because I'm trying to get going really quickly, letting the clutch out, clutch in, shift up into second, letting it out, barely cracking the throttle, like it's a tiny little movement. I don't really even let off the throttle the full amount when shifting in between gears because it's so quick. See? That was into third gear. Coming to a stop, clutch in, downshift, rev match, give a little blippy blip. Now I don't know what cars are doing here. On a bike you need to be careful. I see them. Okay, they're straightening out. We'll go. Clutch out. Anyways guys, that's all I had to say. That's all that there is to this little quick moto vlog. I just wanted to kind of point out all the little things that you have going on. You're braking with your right foot, throttling with your hand, braking with your right hand, clutching with your left hand, blinking, all this other sort of stuff, and then obviously shifting gears with your left foot. That's just the way that it goes though, guys. And that's all I have to say about that. Cheers, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye!